What's up everyone, welcome to another video. In this video, I'll test changing a riding lawnmower or lawn tractor from standard to mulching, cheap or free. I will run 3 configurations. 1. Stock setup with stock blades and an open chute. 2. Stock blades with a blocked off chute. And 3. Homemade mulching blades, which replicate purchased mulching blades with a blocked off chute. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe for more how-to and review videos. Now, let's get started. Mowing with the stock setup, stock blades and an open chute, results in piles of grass clippings. The advantage of a mulching mower that I'm after is no clippings. I do not want to bag grass or rake leaves. Ever. I have a mulching push mower that mulches wonderfully. I've never bagged anything. Here's a review video that I did for it. The attributes of a mulching mower that this lawn tractor is missing is a closed chute and mulching blades. So let's see if this lawn tractor can be easily converted to a mulcher, cheap or free. First, let's run it in the stock configuration. I will sharpen up the blades so they are at their best for the test. I can easily get to 2 of the blades in place. There's plenty of room through the chute. The 3rd blade has to be removed, but no problem. I will do the cutting tests here, where the grass is long. This should magnify the results. The grass is roughly 4 inches tall. I will run 2 rows, running the clippings over twice. It has left a row of clippings behind. No surprise there. Now, let's block off the chute. I have heard that doing this alone will result in a mulcher. First, let's remove the existing chute. I will remove these 2 bolts, which will remove the chute, and also provide 2 mounting holes for the cover. Here's a piece of sheet metal that should cover it. I'll need to add a bend and drill 2 holes to mount it to the deck. I'll mark the bend line and the hole locations. Now let's bend it. I line up the bend line with the top of the clamp. Then fold it over with a hammer. It does the job. Time to cut off the excess material. Before drilling out the holes, let's mount this and remark the holes, just to make sure everything is in the right place when installed. And now to drill a couple clearance holes to bolt it to the deck. Let's bolt it on. It's a simple cover, but it does the job. The chute is blocked off. Now it's time to mow down the next 2 rows. There is still a strip of clippings left behind, but it definitely looks better than the first run with no cover at all. Looking at the cover, there are small openings on the ends, and I did notice some clippings escaping while mowing. Let's close this up nice and tight and run it again. We need to know if it had any effect. I will slot the corners and fold the edges over with Mr. Hammer. This will seal everything up. Taking a look, the gaps are closed up. Running it again, there is not grass escaping. Finishing up another run with the stock blades and a closed chute. There is still a strip of clippings on the chute side. Closing up the gaps did not make a noticeable change. Now for the last test. Let's attempt to make some mulching blades. Recall that I'm testing a cheap or free transformation. I will be modifying existing standard blades. Checking in at the store, there are a variety of mulching blades. The two prominent types are this blade, with a little wiggle at the end, and this type, with these big serrations at the end. I will make a set of both types. Let's start with this style, with the wiggle on the end. I'll use this as a template to make some blades. Comparing the mulching blade to the stock blade, the lengths of the cutting faces are about the same. The end profiles are similar as well. They both sweep up at the back. The cutting faces have a significant difference. The mulching blade is a bi-level, and the stock blade is just a straight line. Now let's use the mulching blade as a template to cut out these features on the stock blade. First, I marked them with a permanent marker. Then, I cut them out. Let's cut them. After cutting, I cleaned them up on the grinder a little, and I sharpened them. It went pretty smooth. It didn't take too long. So, here we go. I've got a set of 3 homemade mulching blades, and the profile matches the legitimate mulching blade pretty darn good. Now let's mount these babies up and take it for a test. 2 blades down, 1 to go. And there we go. All 3 blades are installed. We are ready to go. This is the big moment as we approach the test field. It's like a showdown. This is where the rubber meets the grass, and where the blades meet the grass. Is this the ultimate hack? Or was this a bunch of nonsense? We're about to find out. Here we go. Approaching the test field. Let's see what these blades are made of! So, here we are. There is a line of debris. There's piles and clear areas. Pile, section of clear. Pile, section of clear. Pile. And these piles are significant. Look at this stuff. Now, let's move on to the other style of mulching blade. I'm going to rob it off of my push mower. This thing's a boss when it comes to mulching. I used it for a couple years and never bagged or raked anything. If the rider could function like this mower, that would definitely be a home run. Okay, same procedure. Let's compare these, and then try to replicate it. The cutting face is roughly the same length between the two, with the stock blade being a little bit longer. Looking at the end profiles, they both have a similar sweep, but it's definitely more drastic on the mulching blade. And I'm having trouble lining these up because the mulching blade has a twist to it. The cutting edge is not straight horizontal, it's got a twist. Where the stock blade is straight horizontal. I cannot duplicate that, but we'll do what we can do. First, we'll transfer the profile with a permanent marker. Looking good. I think I'll give myself an A+ for art class today. Now let's cut them out. I clamped them all up together, all 3 at the same time, so the profiles would match exactly. It went pretty well. And of course, I also sharpened all the cutting edges. And here we are, 3 blades ready to go. The profiles match up pretty darn good. I think I'll give myself an A+ for shop class too. And here we go, one last time. Let's get the new blades installed. 2 from this side, and 1 from this side. All set. They look nice, but will they cut? Let's find out. Going back to the test area, we used up all the grass. So we're going to have to go over here to stay consistent and knock down that 4-inch grass. Now let's check out the results of this run. There is still a strip of grass clippings. Yep. All the way down. Yeah. Yep. Now I have one last test for you. That was 4-inch tall grass, which is pretty excessive. Here's more of a normal scenario. This grass is about 2 inches tall. That tall grass may have been clogging things up. Here is a run with the first mulching blade, the wavy end blade. And here is a run with the second mulching blade, the serrated end blade. And here are the results in the short grass. This is the first blade, and this is the second blade. Both have left behind a trail of clippings, and there's no significant difference. So let's wrap this up. I tried a variety of techniques to make this a mulcher, free or cheap. I blocked off the chute, used the stock blade, and modified blades to resemble both kinds of mulching blades. I also tested them in tall 4-inch grass and shorter 2-inch grass. I do think blocking off the chute helped a little bit, but none of the custom mulching blade variations seemed to make any difference. Some actually may have made it worse. Of all the variations that were tried, nothing amazing happened. It would have been great if one of these variations got rid of all the clippings. I wish I could have shared an amazing, cheap or free solution for you. But that's not how it shook out. The results are what they are. But I've done the work for you, and now you know what doesn't work. The blades that I made were not exact replicas. There's likely some important contour features that are present in actual mulching blades. And all of the clippings left behind were on the chute side, so just flat off blocking the chute probably isn't the appropriate solution. A more elaborate chute cover may be required that blends the flow inside the deck. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you found this helpful or entertaining. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Drop any comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.